dinner.
I wish I would have been popular like this when I used to hang out in the nightclubs.
You got experience as a bouncer, don't you?
Yeah, people used to run away from me, not towards me.
Hey, Coach, you're coming off the Final Four year. I know you lost a lot of good players, but you're picked 11th in the preseason. Well, what do you think about that?
I really don't care. I mean, this is what I'll tell you. And I'm not taking a shot at anybody. We were top 20 last year, and we played a league game. And after the game, there was not a single media person covering the game. So with all due respect, I deal with the media because I have to. I really don't care what's reported or said, or their opinions for that matter. I'm in a great mood, by the way. And I'm going to tell you the truth.
Franco Hassani working at first team point guard. How's he looked out there so far?
Yeah, I don't know if first team's the way to word it. I mean, I haven't even figured out combinations yet. You know, we're just out there teaching right now. And but I recruited Hassani to be a point guard. He played point his whole life, and to get on the court last year, I told him, if you want to stay at the point, you'll stay at the point, but your minutes are going to be few and far between because I got other guys. If you want to play the two, you got a chance to play a lot more. So he learned to play off the ball, which is going to help him because as a point guard, you better understand what other people are doing. And I think that was a great learning experience for him. But the plan is to play him at the point a lot more this year. And, you know, I've always believed in 2 point guards. I've said this before. Watched the Detroit Pistons in 1989, 1990, and I watched Isaiah Dumars playing together. They were both point guards, and I said, that's how I want to play. And it's never changed.
How is Corey progressing from that knee injury or knee surgery?
He's great. You know, he's practicing. Corey's really good. Getting back to the question about us being ranked 11th or whatever, and, you know, nobody gives Corey any credit. There's not too many returning guards that average 19 points a game in Division I when they played. He did. And Corey's real good. Corey's going to help us tremendously. Corey's a real good player, very confident player, can really shoot it. He's fun.
People who know and saw your program last year saw the scoring come from Sindarius and PJ. Where will the scoring come from this year in your mind?
The guys wearing the uniforms, I mean.
Who specific?
All you have to do is follow my career. If anyone in here realizes that I coached basketball before last year, and you go follow my career, you'll realize the guys in my program, I can't speak for other coaches, I can speak for mine, their second year, they are a lot better than they are their first year. That's been forever and ever, dating back to 1985 when I started high school coaching. To the whole thing about being ranked 11th, the league is real good. I can care less what we're ranked. I might be happy if we're 11th because the league is so good. But I know this. I've been a head coach for 10 years. We've been in the postseason 7 of the 10 years. I think everyone in the world would give me a pass the first 2 years of South Carolina. That's pretty good. So does that mean we're going to the postseason? I have no idea. I know the league's real good. Chris Silva, every team is different. Our best players last year were Sindarius and PJ. Let me rephrase this. Our best offensive players were Sindarius and PJ. I had to run our offense to cater to our best offensive players. There are things Chris and Mike Kotsar can do that I couldn't expand their roles because Mike was learning, Chris was still trying to evolve, and it's not very intelligent to run your offense through options 4 and 5 rather than 1 and 2. And but all that changes. And now you have Corey Holden, who practiced with us last year, so I have a feel for him. You got Hassani, Hassani gets no credit. Hassani was a major contributor for a Final Four team. Played major minutes in major games. Was a starter the last 4 games of the year. He's prepared to go. So I don't know. We'll figure all that out. One thing I've never worried about who's going to score. 35 years now. I've been doing this, 34, 5. I don't think my team has ever not scored in a game. And so I don't worry about scoring. I worry about our team growing and respecting each other and the guys will figure out who puts the ball in the basket, and it's my job to run offense through our better offensive players.
What's the latest in terms of communication with the FBI or any sort of back and forth you guys have had about their investigation as it relates to your former assistant?
Who are you? From? Kyle, I don't know if you followed what I said before. We are not under investigation, so since we're not under investigation, we have no conversations with the FBI. I don't want to be lumped into something that we have nothing to do with. Lamont worked for me. Lamont is under investigation. Lamont has not worked for me in over a year. We are not under investigation. So I did all this. I'm not going to keep talking about the FBI when we have nothing to do with that.
Frank, is there a trend of some teams?
I wasn't trying to be rude. I didn't know if you were from town and you were in my press conference. I would have answered you differently if you were from Columbia.
Trend of some schools scheduling hurricane relief exhibition games. Are you guys maybe thinking of doing that?
We're in talks. I would hope you understand that
Sure.
I'm not going to let the cat out of the bag before my boss checks all the boxes. So we're in talks.
Coach Howland sat in this chair and said that you guys picking 11th was a quote-unquote joke because the respect he has for your program and where you guys are now. How do you feel kind of in year 6 that you can take on the turnover that you've had, that you still will be at a high standard where you are?
I don't worry about that stuff. I don't sit around and worry about where we're going to finish. I worry about my team every day. I lose sleep at night when I'm trying to reach a young man and I'm struggling trying to get him to grow. That's when I lose sleep. I don't worry about fans. You guys okay if I pick this up? Fans, folks in the media, they pick up the schedule and they look at the whole schedule and they say, how are they going to win those games? We don't do that. We worry about today. Let's get better today and figure out a way to impact these kids in a positive way every day. And then when the season starts, then we worry about the next game, and that's all we worry about. If I'm a fan too, that's why I'm telling you. I'll look at my teams I root for. I'll look at their schedule. I say they'll never win that game. Then I sit back. I'm like, how do I know they're not going to win? You know, I've got unbelievable respect for the coaches in this league. I've been trying to say it for 5 years. I will not be surprised if either us or another team in this league makes the run like we made last year, because this league prepares us for it. This league is so well coached. The players are so good. It's a shame that everyone outside of the coaches and players don't realize how good this league is. And it's 5 years ago, I couldn't sit there and say that to you. But it's the last 3 years, this league's gotten real good. And, you know, so I respect the heck out of Coach Howland, and I'm very appreciative of him saying that. I'm telling you, at the end of the year, I might be sitting here happy if we're in 11th place.
Frank, Sindarius was so good on both ends of the floor, not just offensively but defensively. So with the pieces you have, how do you get them to grind and instill in that culture at that end of the floor, you know, to make sure that you're as successful as you were last year?
Yeah, we were one of the. You guys are better at this than me. I think we're the number 2 defensive efficiency team in the country. That didn't happen because we had a good defender. That happened because we defend. And where we have to fill Sindarius's void is who is going to take advantage of the difficult moments that you have in every game and stand up and be strong, so everyone else can say, okay, we're going to be all right. We're going to defend as a team. Just follow my teams. They've always been good defensively. It's not because of a person. It's what we believe in. It's what we preach. Chris Silva, Mike Kotsar, Hassani, Corey, Kadeem Gee. They're all so much better than they were last year. Every one of them. It's not even close. That's what my job is, to help them get better. And they're leading the first-year guys. See, what we don't have is we don't have a lot of the so-called, top 50 4-letter word ranking players. Okay? We got guys that the 4-letter word network never saw. So now all of a sudden, no one knows about our guys. That's all right. Would you have predicted Mike Kochar was going to be a player on a starter for a Final Four team? Probably not. Neither did that network. You understand what I'm saying? It's, we're going to recruit the guys that fit who we are, guys that we believe in, and that's what my staff has done again. And I'm excited. It's a fun team to be around, but I don't lose sleep over preseason rankings. Can you imagine if I worried about that last year? Sindarius wasn't even picked to be in the top 15 players in the league by the media, by the way. Last time I checked, the coaches voted him unanimous player of the year. The media voted him co-player of the year. Imagine that.
Frank, you mentioned the other day that you were going to install defense.
I've been waiting to have some fun here today.
Oh, yeah.
I just want you guys to know I'm in game shape. I'm ready to go.
How have the guys responded to that first day of installing the defense?
A lot better than I thought they were, Dave. A lot better. This might be the quickest. My English gets sideways sometimes. The first year guys have adapted quicker and learned quicker than any first year guys I've had since I've been to South Carolina. I think that's a credit to them, but I think it's also a credit to the guys in the locker room that have been through it, that have been so helpful in preparing them. Also, my assistants, in the summer, the guys that were on campus, I'm involved in individuals in the summer. I think I've told you this before, but I become the assistant coach, and I let my assistants kind of take the reins, and I let them teach for their career so they can be ready. So when their voice is heard in a practice, in a timeout, players know that it needs to be respected. And I think they did a great job with our workouts this summer too.
Chris said that he didn't think he'd be the kind of defensive player he is without your influence. When a player says that, how much pride goes into your mind when you hear that?
Once again, it's what we teach. We spend a lot of time in it. I've always viewed it like this. I was not a very good player. If I can get kids to try to work as hard as I tried to work so I can try to play, but the kids that are real talented, then they've got a chance to, it's like I just got off the phone earlier today with Rodney Magruder. Rodney came to K-State. Rodney, I couldn't put him in a game as a freshman, and he was an unbelievable kid. And he used to break my heart because he couldn't defend. Now he just went through surgery, but Rodney got into the NBA because of his ability to defend. Last year as an undrafted rookie free agent, he's the guy the Miami Heat's putting on Paul George and you name him. That's who was guarding. It's a big part of what we teach, we believe in. Sindarius came in as a guy that thought he was going to average 30 a game, and he left as one of the better defenders in the league, and that's what got him. That's what got the respect of the LA Clippers in camp this summer, was his willingness to defend. And Chris is going to take that step forward this year.
Cuonzo Martin sat here and said that it was good to get another team from this conference not named Florida or Kentucky in to showcase the strength of this league. What does it mean to you to have kind of taken that next step forward for the league and kind of broken through a little bit of a glass ceiling in that way?
I live it. I know how hard it is. I came real close at Kansas State in 2010 to be a part of that Final Four, and you're up one with 3.5 minutes to play, and you don't get there, and it's disappointing. It just crushes you because you're so close, and to be able to have had the opportunity to have a different team, different school in that same moment, but this team figured out a way to, instead of being up one and lose, being up one and make it into a 5-point game, and figure out a way to seal the win was pretty powerful. And then as the league, I said this last year in March. I was asked by all the people who don't pay attention to the SEC, how are you guys doing this? The league prepared us for this. The depth, the coaching, the strength, the athleticism of our conference prepared our team for March. And so I appreciate, once again, Cuonzo. I don't know if you know, but we're related. He's probably saying that to be nice to his long-lost brother, that we reconnected after many years. But I'm telling you, I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if another team that has never made that run makes that run. I read somewhere where I think every team in our league has made a Sweet 16 since '96. Ooh, that's pretty good. You guys want to talk about good leagues? That's pretty good.
Frank,